Chapter 1. The normally quiet street of the Darlings' house was chaotic on the morning of October 26th. London's fog hung low, curling around the gas lamps and the cobblestones like a living thing. Police scoured the yard and house, searching for any clue as to what had happened to the children. The chill in the air cut through the thick wool coats of the officers, but it could not match the cold gnawing at Mr. and Mrs. Darling's hearts. Mrs. Darling wept in her husband's arms, her body trembling as he tried to hold himself together for both of them. Her hair, normally so carefully arranged, clung damply to her face, and her gloves had been lost in the chaos of the morning. Each sob seemed to echo off the empty streets, mingling with the distant cry of a street vendor calling for business and the rhythmic clanging of a horse-drawn cart. Just as she seemed to regain a small measure of composure, two officers carried away the body of the family dog, Nana. Her fur, once so glossy, was matted and torn, a testament to the ferocity of the night. Every ounce of restraint held Mr. Darling from collapsing as well. He stared at the devastation in his yard. He wondered silently what kind of monster could do such a thing and why God would allow it. The head detective approached, his expression attempting to mask the hopelessness in his eyes, though the fatigue etched into his face betrayed him. He has worked many abduction cases in the past, but there has always been some evidence, some trace of a perpetrator. There are not even any footprints around the house. It is as if some spirit came through, ripped the family dog in half, and took these children.
Mr. Darling, we are doing everything possible to locate your children,
he said.
I know this is difficult, but I need to ask a few questions.
I understand,
Mr. Darling replied, forcing his voice steady, though every heartbeat thumped painfully against his chest.
Do you have any enemies? Anyone who might wish harm on you or your family?
No.
Mr. Darling said, shaking his head.
I've worked hard to be fair to everyone in my life. My father always told me, treat people well because you never know when you may need their help.
The detective nodded slowly, taking notes.
Perhaps it's ransom. If that's the case, they will contact you soon with demands. But know this, we will do everything we can to bring your children back safely. You have my word.
Mrs. Darling wiped her tears and whispered.
Thank you, Detective.
He nodded, turning away quickly, though he felt a heavy weight in his chest. He knew the Darlings were good people, loved by their entire community. A man who had risen from dock worker to successful shipping owner without losing his integrity, a rare thing. This was not revenge, not ransom. It was something far darker. He had little hope that the children were alive. Time seemed to stand still for the Darlings. Frozen, they both wondered how God could allow such evil to touch their home. Mrs. Darling's thoughts went back to her last interaction with Wendy, and a pang of guilt seared her heart. Across the street, a short, round man stood smoking a pipe, solid as if carved from stone, with eyes peering over perfectly round spectacles. He observed the chaos. He had known of Mr. Darling's rise from the docks and respected him greatly. Life had offered few people worth the effort, and Mr. Darling was one of them. The man waited motionless until the police had departed and the sun dipped low, casting long shadows across the cobblestones. Then he moved, though every instinct told him not to intervene.
Excuse me, sir.
The man called, stepping toward the gate.
Yes?
Mr. Darling turned, expecting another officer. Instead, he saw a dock worker, familiar in type though not personally.
How may I help you?
The man's eyes held respect, tinged with hesitation. Mr. Darling had just about lost his entire family, and yet he still asked if the man needed help.
Well, Governor,
The man said,
I hope I may help you, where the police cannot.
Both Darlings raised an eyebrow. After hours of despair, this was the first spark of hope.
Please, sir,
Mrs. Darling said, voice trembling.
whatever it is, if it can help find my children, it is priceless.
I hope beyond reason that you can help, sir.
Mr. Darling added firmly, letting the man know he would not tolerate foolishness.
I believe I can.
The man said, tapping out his pipe and refilling it with tobacco.
But I will need you to come with me.
Let me get my overcoat and we'll leave at once.
Mrs. Darling said eagerly.
I am afraid, madam, that I must take your husband. 'Tis no place for a lady.
The man glanced at Mr. Darling, signaling that this matter must be faced alone. Mr. Darling leaned down and kissed his wife lightly on the forehead, their eyes meeting with quiet understanding. No words were necessary. They both knew he was more than capable of handling himself.
I will return safely.
He said simply, then turned to the man.
Your name, good sir?
My name is Smee, sir. And we must hurry. There is a ticking clock.
I will go with you, Mr. Smee.
Mr. Darling said, standing taller, as if to warn the man that any deceit would not be tolerated. As the door closed behind them, Mr. Darling leaned slightly forward, his voice low and menacing.
I am a good Christian man. But if you had anything to do with my children's disappearance, my wrath will not be easily quenched.
Smee nodded, respecting the warning. It was the kind of social interaction he understood best. The two men walked through London, Smee puffing on his pipe.
The police have no idea what happened.
No, they are baffled. Tell me, Smee, where are we going?
Somewhere you may find the answers.
Smee said. He took a slow puff and added,
You said you were a man of faith. I hope that is true, for it will be tested tonight.
They entered the rougher quarter of London, arriving at a pub called the Raven's Nest. The smell of alcohol and sweat, the roar of laughter, and the crash of plates and glasses brought a strange nostalgia to Mr. Darling's mind. He remembered nights spent among these very sorts of men as he had climbed the social ladder.
If your story requires strong drink to believe, Mr. Smee, I am not sure I want to hear it.
He said half in jest.
Oh, it is not required, master, but it will help.
Smee replied, nodding toward the back corner.
This way, sir.
They approached a solitary figure sitting at a table. Long, matted hair fell across his shoulders, a wild beard framing his face. His eyes were bluer than anything Mr. Darling had ever seen, filled with a sorrow so deep it eclipsed even the grief Mr. Darling felt for his missing children. One hand grasped a massive beer, the other seemed absent. Few people in Mr. Darling's life had unsettled him like this man. His presence was immense, almost monstrous.
Mr. Darling, please allow me to introduce Captain James Reginald Thatch.
Smee said, sitting beside the giant. Mr. Darling studied him closely. Even in the dim lamplight of the pub, the man's eyes seemed to burn with memory of oceans crossed, storms weathered, and battles fought. He radiated a quiet danger, tempered only by something deep and human beneath the surface, a sorrow that made Mr. Darling wonder if he, too, had suffered losses no one could comprehend.